great question. And I don't claim that I have the 100% answer. I think we're still trying to figure this out. But the pandemic has shown us that there's something about human-to-human connection that arguably in-person human-to-human connection is very, very important. Now, it wasn't a full experiment during the pandemic, because I think what we did is we replaced in-person human-to-human connection, including the things that happen outside of class, the students talking to each other in the morning, sitting with each other at lunch, playing with each other. A lot of that was lost. And then we took a traditional academic model and we moved that to Zoom, to online. And then you have a world where, in many cases, this wasn't all classrooms, but in many cases, if a teacher is lecturing, as we know, even in an in-person setting, a lecture is not an optimal class experience. An optimal class experience is having a discussion, students working on things, being able to help each other, to be able to really have that human-to-human connection. You then take the traditional, more passive lecture, put it on Zoom, students are even more disengaged. They feel even more socially isolated. Their social connection with their friends might be over text, might be over social media, which we know only can sometimes exacerbate certain things. My hope is it's a both. You know, what I try to do with my own children and what I try to do during the pandemic and what we try to do at Khan Lab School is as much human-to-human connection as possible, as much play as possible, and then think about how the tools at minimum don't do negative and ideally actually reinforce good behavior. So, or good social emotional development, I should say. For example, a growth mindset is well established as something that correlates with student success, that a student understands that, you know, they aren't either smart or not smart. It's really about how much they apply themselves. And if they get a question wrong, it's not a bad thing. They should be able to keep trying, keep working on it. What we just talked about in mastery learning directly reinforces ideas of a growth mindset. On the other hand, there's a lot of educators who will say, I believe in a growth mindset. I believe that if a student gets something wrong, it's okay. They should keep working on it. But then they don't have a mastery model. So they'll say, hey, growth mindset, but then I graded your paper, you got an 80%, too bad, you're a C student, which actively negates the growth mindset. So I would say in any way that we can leverage technology, including things like Khan Academy to do mastery learning, that reinforces resilience, it reinforces grit, growth mindset, which are all very powerful social emotional things. We have another platform called schoolhouse.world. Right now it's only in English, but I hope we can have it in other languages of the world in the next few years, where students around the world of all ages, some of them 80 years old, are tutoring each other. And this is another really powerful, this is a way that technology is connecting humans to have really productive engagements. And what we're hearing from the students all over the world is they feel connected, they feel like they have purpose, they feel fulfilled, that they're able to help other people or get help from other folks. So, you know, one thing that I'm really intrigued about exploring at Khan Academy and schoolhouse.world is how can we leverage technology to unlock some of the positive human development.